Oh, yes. Hello, Site 42 staff, as well as those of you from the Greater SCP Foundation. As always, I am still Dr. Theron Sherman. I am still Site Director of Site 42 of the SCP Foundation, despite what my wardrobe and your snickering jokes in the chat might have to say about it. Oh, but we'll get to that. First of all, good to see everybody here. Starting out, Senior Researcher Frogman, congratulations on being first in the chat today. Then Trey, Drowsy, Senior Researcher Frogman, Researcher Voidel, Silent Follower, Shadowkin, Amber, Onyx the Artist, Scarlet Fox, Aoki. Good to see you all in the chat, as well as you, JJ Hyde. Thank you for being early. Thank you for being members. You too, Remicus Prime and Haunted Researcher. You all as well. And Fire, Double Trouble, Chalker, Unknown Epsilon. Good to see you guys in the chat, just for being you. I saw someone ask, so before I get into today's events, let me tell you that the wedding I attended was lovely. Dr. Jason, Dr. Rooker seemed to be having a great time. You can see the full details of the wedding in the start of yesterday's stream, because there was some high points and then there was some scalding hot tea. You will appreciate the start of yesterday's VOD, so please enjoy that for more details on the wedding I attended. But obviously, while I would like to be here to educate, illuminate, and elucidate you to the secrets of the SCP Foundation, I have to do so in between limited time and certain tests that need to be run. As always, I want to teach you all about the anomalies we contain, the groups of interest we oppose, the staff who is excellent at containing, and your hypothetical containment procedures for anomalies outside the Foundation's purview, whether because of multiverse shenanigans or pataphysical narrative levels, i.e. different fandom. I am here to educate to the best of my ability, despite the circumstances. So, I bet you're probably wondering how I got here. I didn't do anything, mac and cheese. I didn't do a gosh darn thing. This is all a ridiculous misunderstanding and or overreach and or a coup, and I will have retribution when I'm released. It has been decided by a vote among staff that I need to be locked up and tested on for a possible anomaly, which, as you all know, I have never been, nor never will, be anomalous. I am just your average, everyday human being and site director and containment specialist for Site 42. No anomaly whatsoever, nor does my pen have an anomaly. This is known by all of us. But due to two events during the last week, that has been called into doubt. And you know, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So here's what happened. Last week, I believe it was maybe Thursday, perhaps, I had a stressful day at the office. We did our tests. The tree didn't scream. 729-J was following me around all day. I was, to be honest, frustrated. And so what did I do? I went off campus and I went and got some delightful food and some delightful beverages in a quiet little Italian restaurant. You know, it's late at night. They're about to close. I just come in for a quick bite and a quick drink. There's maybe 5 people sitting at the bar, drinking their sorrows away in a late night bar, bending an elbow, bending an ear, chit-chatting, that's all. But I hear a song on their radio, a delightful salsa song called Vivir Mi Vida. And I say, you know what? I know how to dance salsa. I'm standing at the bar, about to leave. So I just started doing little salsa moves. Just little salsa dancing with my little salsa feet. And the people at the bar look over and they go, oh, that guy knows how to dance. And then they all knew how to dance. We turned that Italian restaurant about to close into a salsa party. It was a really good time. Had a good time with that. We were all dancing. It was a fun time. It was a nice surprise. Everybody had a good time. I don't see anything wrong with that. But then, last night, I went to a different dive bar off campus because I didn't want to grab food. I didn't even want to talk. I just wanted to sit here and quietly have a quiet drink at the end of my shift. But then, someone at the bar looked over and said, "Hey, Dr. Sherman, don't you know how to dance?" "Well, yes, I know several forms of ballroom dance." "Hey, waltz with me." Okay, weird place for a waltz. It's a tiny bar. There's not room to travel, I guess. And then everyone gets up and starts waltzing. In this tiny bar, we're swerving to avoid people. I don't know if you know, but waltz is known as a traveling dance, which means it goes around the room doing laps like NASCAR. And so you need to have a big space. Doing it in a tight space on its own is a problem. But then with all those people, it was just like in the haunted mansion with the ghosts in the tight quarters waltzing down the hallways. That's what it was like. And so yes, I am proliferating the happiness of dancing. It's good for your health. It's good for your balance. It's good for your social life because you're interacting with people. You're making friends. It's good for your brain because you're learning patterns and you're dealing with music. There's no reason any of you should never take up dancing. It's a great idea. And I don't think the fact that I'm spreading that knowledge and wealth of joy to the world is anomalous in any way. Just because 2 bars that I went to in the same week turned into dance clubs by my sheer presence, that is not my fault. And I am completely non-anomalous, and it will be proven. I mean, yeah, you could count the wedding as a third one, but no, they had the whole kinetoglyph department. You know they got the moves. That was not my fault. That was not my fault. You can't call this 3. It's only 2 instances. And I'm not even calling them instances because it's not true. But apparently because I caused 2 bars to erupt into bacchanalian dance societies over the course of my visits, I have to now be put under testing protocols for 24 hours. Which is stupid. My next test is in about, they said an hour to an hour and a half, so that gives me 50 to an hour 20 until our next test on this. I've got proof of your innocence. Where do I give it? You need to turn it in to the interim site director, Steve. Remicus Prime, thank you for your first donation to today's stream as well as being a member. Grab yourself a hot pickle on your way past the commissary. What the heck happened to you? Well, now you know. Drowsy, thank you for your member message as a level 1 researcher here for 4 months. We appreciate your membership and your service in the battle against the white names. Lamau, are you sure? Yes, I am sure I am not anomalous. I am a perfectly human, normal site director and containment specialist. Also, my pen is not anomalous either. Onyx the Artist, thank you for your first donation to today's stream as well as being a member. Grab yourself some hummus on your way past the commissary. I wake up every morning feeling like the previous day never happened. I need stronger amnestics. Honestly, that sounds like you got the right kind of amnestics. That does sound like they're doing their job. Remicus Prime, thank you for donating again. I became a member of the Wiki, just trying to figure out where the place to actually write my stuff is at. So congratulations on successfully joining the Wiki. That is a barrier to a lot of people in and of itself. The next thing you need to do is you need to join the SCP Sandbox Wiki. I don't know if we're on Sandbox 3 or 4 right now, but the Sandbox has the same joining protocols as the Wiki, so if you can do one, you can do the other. And the Sandbox is where you write your article, you code it so it fits the Wikidoc coding, you show it to people so they can critique it. One thing we don't do in the Foundation community is we don't share Google Docs for our SCP articles. I don't know if you knew that, but everything has to be written on the Sandbox to share between people. It's just code of ethics stuff. Drowsy, thank you for donating again. Okay, Dr. Cognitohazard Sherman, whatever. Hey, that is not a nickname that we are going to implement in any sense or way because it is a false nickname. No, we're not coining that now. That's against the rules that I, as the site director, am allowed to make. Ziggy, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. I see that you retracted your message, but I thank you for your generosity regardless. Drowsy, it is a false. Are you acting like I am speaking like SCP al dente-J? Because as a partial Italian, I will be very offended by your racist remarks. Lots of pasta. Spicy and meatball, you son of a... Haunted Researcher, thank you for your first donation to today's stream, as well as being a member. You didn't say anything in your message, so just straight up thank you for your generosity, and grab some couscous on your way past the commissary. And Ziggy, I forgot to give you something from the commissary because your message was erased. Go ahead and get yourself some nachos at the commissary. Onyx the Artist, thank you for donating again. Again? Yes, again. It causes insane amounts of anxiety and depression. Well, that is not what they are supposed to do. So yes, you do need to change your regimen with medical then. That is to be sure. Ziggy, thank you for donating again. I wonder what happens if you walk up to a disabled person. Hold on. Are you suggesting that I might have the power to make people without the ability to walk dance because of my cognitohazard that I definitely do not have? No, I am not going to humor you non-believers. That is, I am not anomalous. And I don't need to be tested for an anomaly. I do not have a cognitohazard. I am fine. Remicus. Desk informs me that we are currently on Sandbox 3. So you'd be looking to join the Sandbox 3 wiki if that is how you wanted to draft your articles. I'm 99.43% sure that you're an anomaly, Dr. Sherm, if we can even still call you that. Are you kidding me? You're saying 99.43%. You're that accurate about it. And not just pulling random numbers out of your tuchus. I know how you lower-level researchers like to cheat on your documentation. I'm not falling for it. Hyper-specificity, 99.43. There are not enough tests on me being anomalous for there to be that accurate a number. Because you don't need to test me to see if I'm anomalous, because I'm not anomalous! Traveler682, thank you for your member message and your 4 months as a mobile task force captain. We appreciate your membership and your service in the battle against the White Names. Get demoted again? No, I did not get demoted, not even temporarily. This is just a 24-hour quarantine and test in case I have an anomaly that makes people want to dance. You know what makes people want to dance? That dancing is fun as hell. You don't need an anomaly for that. It's just fun. Foxy Bunny, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Grab yourself a glass of Santana Sham because it's so crisp on your way past the commissary. Sure you didn't catch an anomaly from the wedding? Well, the anomaly they're testing me for, the first iteration of it, they claim, was on Thursday before the wedding. Therefore, it would not be related to the wedding. Everyone watching this is dancing. Well, history lover, I doubt that many viewers are currently dancing. You're not dancing, right, chat? I don't believe you're dancing. Many of you seem to be typing, which would be hard to do if you were dancing. So, my hypothesis, see, Bunny Font's not dancing. That's what I am, that's what I'm talking about. Not anomalous at all. Not anomalous at all. That's what we know. Lil Maboo fan, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Grab yourself a craft root beer on your way past the commissary. Well, you saw nothing. Site 5 is anomalous now. Site 5? What do we have at Site 5? And what anomaly does Site 5 have? Let's see, SCP-4182 is a non-existent site, Site 5. There, Lil Maboo fan, there is no Site 5. Literally, personnel are to be reminded that there is no Site 5. SCP-4182 is a phenomenon by which internal Foundation documents are periodically altered to include references to a non-existent site, Site 5. The mechanism by which this occurs has yet to be understood. Depiction of Site 5 are inconsistent, but typically describe it as a man-made island constructed to store hazardous materials, specifically a containment site for anomalous waste. Since its discovery in 2018, SCP-4182's rate of occurrence has been increasing exponentially. So, yes, this is peculiar. You're saying Site 5 is anomalous, and SCP-4182 is saying Site 5 doesn't exist. Literally, the code name for the anomaly is there is no Site 5. You got me a little confused here. Snow.exe, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Grab yourself a waffle on your way past the commissary. Hello. Hello. Jonathan, thank you for your first donation to today's stream as well as being a member. Grab yourself some Cheetos on your way past the commissary. Dr. Sherman, the 729- Oh, man. Fine. They're multiplying again. Send Clef for termination attempts ASAP. Yes, please. I mean, I'm not allowed to give orders right now, but tell Steve about it. Traveler682, thank you for your first donation to today's stream, as well as being a member. Make sure to grab yourself some chips and salsa on your way past the commissary. Aren't you a cognitohazard? Because every time I see you pop up on my notifications, I instantly feel the need to watch no matter what I'm doing. That is not cognitohazardous in any way. That's just the natural charisma, as well as the educational value of the works I put out into the world. You are learning so much, and that is not cognitohazardous to educate yourself. It is, in fact, perfectly natural and good for the Foundation. Man, be a real shame if Herman Fuller caught wind of your anomalous ability. Be quite cool if they had an anomaly that could make people dance. Yeah, that would be a shame. Oh, do not bring Herman Fuller into this. I do not need that clown breathing down my neck. And I use clown as a pejorative term. I'm not saying Herman Fuller is actually a clown, although is Herman Fuller actually a clown? Right now I'm forgetting if in the universe I am set in if Herman Fuller is truly a clown. I don't think Herman Fuller is actually a clown. I think Herman Fuller is a ringmaster of the circus. I don't know that Herman is actually a clown. Is Herman actually a clown? Now that I think about it. You got me very confused at this moment, out of fear for what might happen. Plus, we already have the balloon that makes people want to dance, and we have the the party balloon. We already have that anomaly, so if I were that kind of anomaly, it would be even redundant. Therefore, even more likely not to be the case. Lil Maboo fan, thank you for donating again. Who gave SCP-049 YouTube? And I think 096 is after me. As long as 049 isn't zombifying staff members, then 049 is given certain privileges, including a phone with access only to Foundation-approved sites and back channels. So that's all. That's all. Meanwhile, 096 after you. Why would you think that? Did you see a picture of it? Because then you would know. You wouldn't think. And if you saw 096 coming at you, you would not have the time to think. You would then know and also perish, because you would just not have time to type on the chat about this. So being uncertain of that is actually quite confusing to me. I'm going to need you to say more. Anomalous grabs you and puts you in script for an episode. Just Alice. Yeah, I do not belong in your animated series as an anomaly, for I am in fact not anomalous. You can put me in your show as a site director, however. I do not mind that. But I'm not anomalous, nor is my pen. Coffee, save me from these crazies. Since Doc has a cognitohazard, can we call him Sherman Anomalous? No! No, you may not. That nickname will not stick. Because it's inaccurate. And that makes nicknames not fun. We all know this. It is common logic. Derek May, thank you for your first donation to today's stream, as well as being a member. Grab yourself a Caesar salad on your way past the commissary. Site director, speaking of groups of interest, do we have more stories on them? I hope they don't work together often. Can you imagine the chaos with Herman and Dr. Wondertainment? That would be... I know there was one contract between Herman and Wondertainment regarding merchandise for the circus, but that's about it. I do hope they do not collaborate as much. And do we have more stories on them? I mean, we have more tales on the wiki than we do articles. I don't know if you know that, but there is somewhere in the 9,000 range of articles between the fact that we're almost up to 9K and then the Dash J's and the Explains and the ones like that. But when it comes to SCP Wiki, if we look at skipper.com, SCPPER, if you're unfamiliar with Skipper, it is created by a user of the wiki. I believe they were a staff member at one point. I don't remember right now. But they created a tracker for the SCP Wiki that does a bunch of cool things. And so, for instance, the Wiki, SCP Foundation, has 110,000 users. 3,300 of them are active. 13,723 contributors. And 2,639 authors. That's how many users we have. Those are votes. We have 19,728 pages. So that means somewhere around 9,000 articles. That means 10,000 plus stories. And so, yeah, that is a lot of SCP Wiki. If you ever want to go to Skipper, SkipperDB is a great resource. You can, on Skipper, you can type in a user. In this case, let me go with user the Sherm for no particular reason. And I'm going to search for that user. And now here is user the Sherm on the SCP Wiki. Has revised 451 pages. Has voted on 586 articles. Rank number 168. I don't know what that means. I think that's vote rating. And my vote rating is all kind of screwed up because I have votes on SCP-5999 because I'm credited as an author on it, along with Volgin, Modern Erasmus, Wodenaz, and Shaggy Dreadlocks. But I contributed very little to that article. So those votes being on my name are a little misleading for my wiki rating. But it'll tell you who your favorite authors are based on the votes you have. It'll tell you your favorite kinds of stories based on the tags you pay attention to. It'll tell you who you are the favorite of, because it'll tell you who voted on your articles positively or negatively. So Skipper is really cool for researching the SCP Wiki's back end very easily. And it has a Chrome extension. And if you use the Chrome extension for Skipper, then you get access to all sorts of neat little things. So, highly recommend. All right. Not sponsored by Skipper, but Skipper rocks. I am a patron on Patreon to support Skipper. Desk. Desk in the back channel says, oh, hip-hop-oponymous by Flight of the Conchord, but his name is Sherman Anomalous. His rhymes are bottomless. To best him is preposterous. You. They call me the hip-hop-oponymous. My lyrics are bottomless. Good show. Good show. It's an old meme, but it's still good. Lil Mabu fan, thank you for donating again. He's behind me, punching me, and SCP-096 and 049. All anomalies are objects, which are objects, not people. They are not he's or she's, they are itses. Therefore, please practice proper pronoun parlance protocols at the Foundation. It's behind me, punching me, and I won't die. And 049 was on an AI chatbot app. I have discovered how many chat AI bots there are of me, and it is very frustrating. Also, they're never going to talk like me because they're not me. So, honestly, one of the nice things about the streak, we've been streaming once a day since April 14th, and so that is coming up on the 5-month mark. One of the nice things is you can just talk to me straight up. You don't need an AI bot. I'm here. I'm literally on the phone. And meanwhile, if you're not dying from 096 punching you, which 096 doesn't normally punch, it seems like something else is pretending to be 096. So just walk it to security. They'll handle it. He's totally anomalous. I am not anomalous. And once the testing is done, I will not be anomalous, as I am always not anomalous. And I will get back to work. Monster Sec, thank you for your first donation to today's stream, as well as being a member. Grab yourself a Ramyeon on your way past the commissary. Hey, doctor, quick question. And then you sent a second donation to ask it. I will handle that too. Thank you for donating again. Do you know the entities in the Doors game/universe? If they're to be treated like SCPs, what do you think the containment procedure will be? So I'm not terribly familiar with the anomalies in general, but I do know that they stay in the building, which is my favorite kind of anomaly, because then we can just lock the building down. And since the anomalies stay inside, we're good to go. That's my favorite. SCP-7... Oh, 729-J. Thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Why don't you go get yourself a nice mug of thumbtacks on your way past the commissary? Starting to make my 729-J's out of titanium. That is a horribly inefficient material to make a plushie out of. There is no cuddle potential in titanium. Why would you use titanium, the most overrated metal that is not as good as everyone says it is, especially for the jobs they ascribe it to, because it has the word Titan in it, it sounds cool. It's not cool, it's terrible, and you're all stupid for using it. I am not infected with SCP-022-J either. Why do you ask? Derek May, thank you for your donating again. Last questions, Director. Do you ever work with Dr. Bob or SCP Explained? The animations of the SCP are great to see. Dr. Bob has some good ones to see. So, I have not worked with those teams before. They usually kind of keep things in-house. I've collabed with Illustrated in the past, with Volgin. At one point, I did a very big group. We had 11 SCP readers on one article. That one is, I forget the number, but it's on the channel. It's called Di Multivoci. And that one just has a list of SCP readers. That one took a long time to assemble the edit for. Jonathan Peters, thank you for donating again. Is it possible to be anomalously apathetic? As in, I've been dealing with anomalies that try and play on one's emotions and they don't work on me. I mean, that's more of a personality spectrum trait that we judge for when we hire people and assign them to tests. It's right next to your cognitive resistance value. So I would not suggest that to be the case. Austin, welcome to Site42 staff. Thank you for subscribing. I think I saw a Ko-Fi donation come in. Let me check that real quick. Chesta Factory, thank you for your first donation through the Ko-Fi. Make sure to grab yourself a Gatorade alongside your shrimp cocktail. The Gatorade is for hydration, since you took the long trip to the Ko-Fi to make sure that we got that 30% that YouTube was going to take. They don't get to take it. So we appreciate the effort you went in through. Stay hydrated. I'm not dancing myself, but my researcher buddies are. But that might be because we have on the K-pop Demon Hunter soundtrack on loop. It seems to be anomalously good. That soundtrack do have some bangers, to be fair. Meanwhile, yes, I look forward to seeing their Soda Pop choreography challenge at the talent show. Dr. Sherman, why do you make the Foundation public information? Intern queer, I do no such thing. This broadcast goes into several universes, and in some universes, the Foundation is, as it should be, a secret, and therefore it's only broadcast through Foundation back channels. Or, if it does go to the public, it's because it's in universes where the masquerade is broken, and I'm treated as a public relations person. And so then the public is learning about the Foundation and how good we are at our mission and how you should just let us do our jobs. And don't worry, we'll handle the anomalous, please. Monster Sec, thank you for donating again. Some of them did leave the building, like Seek, who I think is probably the most problematic one. Do they leave the building? I've never known that. Seek. Main hostile serving secondary antagonist. 2 chase sequences. Oh, those doors lead to woods and the dam. Mines. Yeah, but these are still locked off locations. Even the woods are walled up. So we can still lock that down. It's not as if they're escaping into public, which is what I'm worried about. No, it's fine. It's fine. Senior Researcher Frogman, thank you for your first donation to today's stream as well as being a member. Grab yourself a quiche on your way past the commissary. Dr. Sherman, are you on the O4 couch? No, I'm on Dr. Chair right now. Does the O4 Council have a couch? That sounds surprising. O4 Council couch. And anyways, the O4 Council does not reveal who they are to outsiders. So I wouldn't worry. I did mean O4 Council I can't spell. I see. Awesome. Well, to answer your question, I plead the fifth. Lil Jeff, welcome to Site 42 staff. Thank you for subscribing. Hate to see that you got demoted. I didn't get demoted, intern goober. All I did is get quarantined for 24 hours while they test if I'm anomalous, which I'm not, so it's gonna be all right. Am I trans? Well, not in this universe. I am cishet. Well, not het. I am cis-ace. But other universes, other iterations, I mean, it's fine if you are. Don't discriminate against anybody on that sort of identity. Monster Sec, thank you for donating again. Okay, bye. I've got some experiments to run on SCP-999. Did you get them approved? I didn't see any experiment approval. Did you get those experiments approved? Lil Mabu fan, thank you for donating again. It's a bot of 173, so it confused me why it likes 173 and my brother got out. It's a bot of 173, so it confused me. But you said it was an 096. It's a fake 173 now? What is happening in that break room over there? That doesn't need to be so intense at this exact moment. All right, refresh the chat. We're back in business. Silent Follower, thank you for your first donation to today's stream as well as being a member. Grab yourself a yogurt on your way past the commissary. So safe to say you hate the song Titanium. Okay. Admittedly, it is a bop, but actually, oh no, you've got me interested now. So,
Oh boy, and our Bill Dummies that is wearing himself in.
So what I'm investigating right now is based on the lyrics of that song.
It's totally bulletproof. Now determined empirically, experimentally here at the shooting range that is an accurate picture of what a titanium Iron Man suit would do in relation to bullets. It's totally bulletproof.
Okay, I'm not mad at the song because I have just done some research along with Researcher Savage, always a good researcher to hang out with and talk shop. Researcher Savage, in his series of anomalous tests called Mythbusters, did a test on if titanium is bulletproof. And that's important because if you are talking about the song Titanium, then shoot me down, but I get up, I am bulletproof. Fire away, ricochet, take your aim. You shoot me down, but I won't fall, I am titanium. So the question was, is titanium bulletproof? And it turns out yes. Yes, certain alloys of titanium are in fact bulletproof, which means that song is not a vector of SCP-022-J. Because SCP-022-J is people using titanium for anything and everything because they think it's a super cool metal, even though it doesn't do the job. So in this case, the titanium song is scientifically accurate, so I'm not mad at it. The song's fine. Which is good. It was catchy. I was going to get annoyed. The Computer Guy, thank you for your first donation to today's stream as well as being a member. Make sure to get yourself a smoothie on your way past the commissary. Excuse me, I finally have the money to bring this up. Florida/Florida man is anomalous. You have admitted that you were born in Florida. Hence you are a Florida man, so logic dictates you are also anomalous. Listen. They haven't held this against me before now. It has not come up as part of the system. I don't know what crack it's falling through. I don't know. I just know it hasn't come up before today. And that's not the anomaly that they are putting on me. And so, it must not be. Or it must be something. I don't. Oh, you. Oh, I do not know what to do. There must be something going on here. Some split in the timeline. Some sort of multi-dimensional shenanigans. This can't be true. This can't be what happens. This can't be how it goes. My own chat, my own containment hazard assessment team, serving me, schooling me, backing me into a corner. Got him? Is that what you got for me? No, it can't go like this. I'm going to... Oh, if I could leave this office right now. You bastards. Especially you, computer guy. Especially you. Ow! 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 Author Sherman would just like to curse and say, why the fuck did I make my own character's lore so convoluted? I don't know, you jerk! All right, I've got to move on from this. I've got to move on to the next donation. I've got to. Oh, we'll come back to this. We'll come back to this once I have some time to figure out the ins and outs of the anomalous situation that we are in without perhaps burning my lab down. It would be good if I did it without burning my lab down too. Do not spill coffee on the electronics. That is a rule that one should follow. Is author Sherman a pataphysical SCP? So both Shermans are SCPs. Well, no, something existing on a higher pataphysical level than you or lower pataphysical level doesn't inherently make it anomalous, because that's just the study of pataphysics. So, just like multiverse shenanigans are real, although things that come from other multiverses are normally classified as anomalous. Ow! Ow! Call me anomalous again, and I will throw Dr. Sherman off the Reichenbach Falls. You will do no such thing! KG6 Move. Thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Why don't you grab yourself a habanero cheeseburger on your way past the commissary? Can't move on from the truth, Florida man. I swear to fucking... Oh, at the next all-staff meeting, I swear. Onyx the Artist, thank you for your thank you for donating again. I was told to deal with it. Being sent off to college on the 22nd, wish me luck. Well, then I hope you successfully deal with it, and good luck on your time in the academy. I hope you find a good position once you're done. Monster Sec, thank you for donating again. Dr. Sherman, there's a mouse in my office, help. I'm kind of stuck here right now. I can't give orders. You have to call Steve. Tips 1307 and Famida. Welcome to Site 42 staff. Thank you for subscribing. Dark Duality. Thank you for what I think is your first donation to today's stream. Make sure to grab yourself, as well as being a member, grab yourself some tacos on your way past the commissary. Number one, why are you wearing D-class clothes? The full story is at the end of the stream, but I'm currently being accused of being anomalous, with the anomalous ability to walk into a bar or restaurant and turn it into a dance club, because everyone gets up and dances, which I am claiming is not anomalous. It's just very fun to dance, and people like it. It's not a cognitohazard. It is just a good time. Spreading the gospel of dancing. You're welcome for your social and physical and mental well-being. You're welcome. 2, yes, you are an anomaly. I've seen you get black demonized when someone picks on 999. I have no recollection of what you're talking about. No recollection at all. Amnestics must be a hell of a drug. Yeah, that. If you're inferring that I have some sort of super-powered alter ego that only activates when 999 is in danger, or that I am personally the Scarlet King in some iteration, that's poppycock. I've heard these crazy rumors from back in the day. That's years old. rumor mongering, completely untrue. No one has ever seen it before. It's completely made up. I remember none of this. Zero MM, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Get yourself a cookie on your way past the commissary. The pen changed colors. Anomalous. The pen's still here. It's still green. That's not anomalous. It is a perfectly normal pen. Cryptid Cookie, welcome to Site 42 staff. Thank you for subscribing. Play Gorilla Tag. Well, they have to let me out of my office before I can visit SCP-3092. So, yes, that would be a good way to decompress once this is all cleared up. That is a red pen, right, chat? Desk, you're colorblind. You're not going to rally the troops with that. Monster Sec, thank you for donating again. Yes, I got my experiments approved. Well then, congratulations. Good science for you. The pen is red, Doc. Yes, the pen is red. Red. It's red. You are not going to gaslight, girl boss, gatekeep me in my own containment hazard assessment team. Poppycock, I say. Fox the Bunny, thank you for donating again. I mean, hey, even if you were anomalous, wouldn't be a career killer. Definitely been some reputable yet anomalous foundations, have to be fair. Could be worse than dancing. Yes, I do know that my career at the Foundation would not end if it were discovered I was anomalous. That still doesn't change the fact that I am completely non-anomalous, as is my pen. Super non-anomalous, to be sure, completely and utterly, and I don't know why we're so confused about that. Sherm, what did you do with SCP-5999? What did author Sherm do to make you want to kill it? Well, there are two things happening there. The first is that author Sherm contributed some sound effects to that article, so you have to listen to it with the sound on, because every once in a while a sound will play after a certain time of chains breaking, so that you're like, oh, I read a story, a chain broke. Did I really hear that, or was it a trick of my mind? Meanwhile, I don't, particularly want to kill the 5999 entity. I just want to stop it from killing us by, containing it. Monster Sec, thank you for donating again. Okay, seriously, by now I want to see how 999 will react with 250. 250? What is SCP-250? We better not put that... Animate Allosaurus skeleton. Okay, I would actually be interested to see if the Allosaurus skeleton were affected by 999's anomaly. That would be a very interesting test. I like it. Lil Maboo fan, thank you for donating again. I met an anomalous horse from 1890 with Arthur Morgan on its back. So is it anomalous because it is from 1890? Or is it anomalous because it's a video game character come to life? That's two very different reasons to be anomalous. If it's from our past, that's time-traveling anomaly. Or if it's from a video game, that is a pataphysical anomaly. That needs to be clarified quickly. It's sounding more like the pataphysical version since it has a fictional video gaming character on it. 729-J. Thank you for donating again. Well, that makes both of us anonymous. I mean, we are anonymous in that we are unknown to the public because we were... me being the part of the staff of, and you being contained by a secretive organization that is not known to the public. So we are anonymous in that way, yes, but I don't know why that means anything. And also now I know titanium is bulletproof. That makes my plushies bulletproof. No. No. I cannot deal with 022-J. 729... Chase. Can't. No. Nope, 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 nope. I need to get out of here so I can stop this from happening. Monster Sec, thank you for donating again. Doctor, yes, I got the experiments approved, and there's a mouse in my office. Send help, please. Hey, as long as I'm stuck in here, because everyone thinks I'm anomalous and is pretending I'm anomalous and is making things up about me and my pen being anomalous, you need to report to Steve to get that handled. I have no security access from inside this lockdown. Just checking something in the back there. All right, okay. Handled that. We'll see how things go. Wyvern Bravo, or Wyvern Bravo. Thank you for gifting a Site 42 membership. Whoever received that membership, I hope that you thanked Wyvern Bravo for their generosity. And I appreciate your service in the battle against the White Names. Dr. D. Shern. Dr. D. Shern, SCP-6769. That is a strange... I don't think SCP-6769 is a anomalous researcher. Hold on a second. 6769. SCP-6769, that's the number you have there, yes, is... Oh, I don't see the code name. It doesn't come up on this particular format. So that would be Series 7, 6769. Is code name Let It Fall Under Their Hands. And it is seemingly a humanoid bearing the appearance of a middle-aged Caucasian male. Okay. All information about 6769 has been gathered through logs conducted with SCP-6769 in accordance with low-threat humanoid anomaly practices recently put forth by the Ethics Committee. 6769 only refers to itself as, quote, the right hand. The anomaly wore an embroidered suit belonging to a group known as the League of Heavenly Appendage, made up of extremely wealthy individuals whose goal and purpose remains unclear. No information pertaining to such a group has been sourced from 6769's accounts. During its apprehension, 6769 was in denial of their anomalous abilities. 6769 exhibited extreme hostility towards individuals who highlighted their anomalous nature to them, but this behavior ceased when the anomaly was properly interviewed by Foundation custody. 6769's speech will often contain substantial pauses before answering, but this is presumed to be non-anomalous. 6769-A is a metal gauntlet that takes the place of 6769's left hand, although it claims to be the right hand. So why is the gauntlet the left hand? Okay, 6769 doesn't seem to be a researcher. So this Dr. D. Shern, are you from another universe of some kind? Another international branch of the Wiki where they have a different number or something? Or are you an OC? In which case, you really should, for just confusion's sake, have a little SCP-OC-6769 to delineate it so no one gets confused. Because we don't want to confuse you with a canon article slash character that it's the trouble with numbered lists. You know what I mean? Anyways, okay, now I've clarified what the hell is going on with this doctor. And so now, hi, I was here last time. We got the escaped SCP from last time under control and back into containment. Heh, that's what they think, heh. You know, you're not supposed to say the heh out loud if you're plotting evil things. It turns out you will get got because people can hear the heh. Well, thanks to your heh. Well, I would say security's heading your way, but Steve has to do it. I wasn't asking why you want to kill SCP-5999. I was asking why you wanted to kill Author Sherm. I called Author Sherman it because it's an SCP-001-Swans. I didn't say I want to kill Author Sherm. I didn't say I want to kill Author Sherm. No, actually, what happened there a minute ago was Author Sherm was threatening to throw me off a waterfall. It was the reverse. You know, I don't have the ability to throw my author off a waterfall, but it very much has the opportunity to do that to me as the author of my actions. Bigger light count than presence of staff. Oh, congratulations, you are correct. Site 42 staff, especially those of you in Mobile Task Force Psi 42, codenamed the Signal Boosters, you have successfully got 198 likes compared to 162 viewers. That is how we get the YouTube algorithm to bring people kicking and screaming through the funnel that is Site 42 into the SCP fandom. So Mobile Task Force Psi 42, codename Signal Boosters, I salute your efforts. Congratulations on another mission well successful. Lil Mabu fan, thank you for donating again. Oh, it's both, but someone went and captured them. Well, can we then... Alright, if they're captured, then I'm happy with that. Monster Sec, thank you for donating twice more. I'm back, the results were interesting. The result, 250 tried eating 999 and failed, but testing could not continue due to a pair of 939 breaching containment, but we're all good now. Oh, man. They really need to lock those doors better. GSP Dad, thank you for donating for the first time today, as well as being a member. Grab yourself a bratwurst on your way past the commissary. Help, a gravitational locked egg is orbiting me. Okay. You can take that to the Gravitational Anomalies Department and they'll handle that. You saw nothing. Lil Mabu fan, welcome to Level 1 Researchership here at Site 42. We appreciate your membership and your service, researching strategies to win the battle against the White Names. You look like the wizard from Wicked. Well, that Goldblum is in fact a very dapper gentleman, so I will not take complaint about that. Monster Sec, thank you for donating again. Also, back to the Doors Entity question. What would you do with Bramble It can possess different lampposts, but it can't see you if you stay still when its light is on. So you have to stand still while the light is on. So that's an obvious success strategy there. Let me pull up Brandel real quick. Also, thought I saw something here. Why are you in orange exactly? Intern Rosie Posey, check the beginning of the stream. I give a full rundown of why I'm currently being quarantined for no reason, since I am clearly not anomalous. Despite the logical quandaries that the chat has talked me into, I will stand by my assertion despite being logically hogtied. Dr. Sherman, I can't afford not to be a white name. Well, coffee and D&D, that is okay. Reminder, even if you cannot financially donate to Site42, we still appreciate you being a part of Mobile Task Force Site42, codenamed the Signal Boosters. If you're liking, sharing, subscribing, all of this work for the YouTube algorithm here, then we do duly value your service. Meanwhile, if you're here in chat enough, someone will gift some memberships eventually, and you'll probably get one, and therefore you will be a green name like the rest. Haha, imagine being a D class now, heh. Being site director is pretty comfy, my friend. Also, I figured out how to use YouTube. Damn, I feel old. Are you okay with me acting like Steve? If not, that's okay. Wow, I hadn't considered that. Steve, get off YouTube. Author Sherman is telling me that if you are going to roleplay as Steve, you need to be ready for me to use Steve in unwieldy ways since it's part of the storyline. So, you do not get to personally be the avatar of Steve because Steve is still a useful tool in our tool belts. Ow. Dr. Morgan, thank you for your first donation to today's stream as well as being a member. Make sure to grab yourself a chicken sandwich on your way past the commissary. I stole his phone, it's mine now. Whose phone did you steal? O51, thank you for your first donation to today's stream as well as being a member. Grab yourself a Malamar on your way past the commissary. What the hell? Sherman Desk, come quick. A D-class took the live. Can't do shit. I'm stuck inside the network. Are you saying that I'm a D-class? I am Dr. Theron Sherman. I am still site director of this site, even when I'm on quarantine for being a possible anomaly, which I'm not. Doom, welcome to Site42 staff. Thank you for subscribing. I see a Ko-Fi has come in. Let me grab that real quick before I forget I saw the notification. The Thomas, thank you for buying us 2 coffees over here. Thank you for buying us 2 coffees, taking the effort to take the trek to Ko-Fi. That way we would not have to pay YouTube a cut. Make sure to grab yourself a dozen donuts on your way past the commissary. Good day, Dr. D-Class Sherman, huh? I am not a D-Class. I am just being quarantined. Do I need to call the Continental Director of America, or are you going to be fine? I'm going to be fine. Thank you for donating and asking. I'm going to be fine because they will prove that I am completely non-anomalous. Terragal, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Grab yourself some gelato on your way past the commissary. I may have spread the rumor that Dr. Sherman was an anomaly, but I didn't think it would work. Also, I may have sent an egg out to orbit a random person. Terrigal. When I get out of here, we are going to have words. And by words, I mean you are going to be cleaning so many toilets. Parker, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Grab yourself a espresso on your way past the commissary. Have you made the tree scream yet? No. 4521 has yet to scream. And I could be doing so right now, testing that tree, if you weren't locking me down. GSP Dad, thank you for donating again. Dr. S, there's a problem. The egg has friends. Terrigal, stop throwing eggs at GSP Dad. When they figure out you are anomalous, is Steve going to take over? Both of those things are not going to happen. Both of them. Dr. Morgan, thank you for donating again. I changed the name from Lil Mabu Fan. He is stuck in my cell. Okay. So, in your cell, like your personal cell, Dr. Morgan, your office has a personal cell for anomaly containment? Yeah, that sounds about right. O51, thank you for donating again. Huh? Then why, Sherm, what the F did you do to be turned into Class E personnel? Class E are those entered in contact with an anomaly that could have turned them temporarily or permanently anomalous. You don't have to tell me what Class E means. And listen, it's all a big misunderstanding. Just because I walked into 2 bars and then a dance party broke out, it's just because dancing is super fun. And I'm a very friendly and charismatic person. And so when I go out on the town, people want to be friends. People want to have some drinks. People want to dance. There's nothing anomalous about that. But until my quarantine is over so they can test that I'm anomalous or not, I'm stuck here. Monster Sec, thank you for donating again. So about the bramble, oh yes, I got distracted by the other half of your question. Also, I got more experiments, you meant, involving 999 and 1048. Absolutely denied, do not do that. Do not do that. Do not put 1048 anywhere near 999. I will harm you when I get out of here. And 999 and 162 or 409. I don't know what 162 or 409, but you're seeming very reckless. 162 is the ball of sharp. No. No. And 409. Contagious Crystal, I will absolutely end your whole career. You... Desk, get Steve to stop monster sex experiments immediately. Fucking have to play telephone in my own SCP Foundation site. Monster Sec, thank you for donating again. The experiments were approved. If Steve approved those experiments, I will have his head on a pike. Steve, you have been warned. DO7, thank you for your first donation of today's stream, as well as being a member. Grab yourself a Snickers bar on your way past the commissary. SCP number? I don't have an SCP number because I am a perfectly average, normal human site director, as is my pen, perfectly average and normal, not human, because a human pen would be anomalous. This pen is just a pen. So, not anomalous, not an SCP, no anomaly. And when I get out of quarantine, apparently I'm going to have to crack some heads. But about the bramble now. Finally, thank you for donating again to remind me of this. You keep taking me off topic. On to the next thing, on to the next thing. All right, bramble, bramble, bramble. Finish the job. Major antagonist, light. So obviously you have to stay still in the light. That's part of it. And especially when you are a dancer, a normal human being who is a dancer, or especially the people who do kinetoglyphs, because their dancing is off the charts, then you are good at standing still and waiting for things to move on. So the pausing there would not be a problem. The posing, you have great balance if you're a dancer. I mean, what we would do is we would put some light posts in a room, and then we would put light posts outside of its teleporting range so it couldn't leave. That's an easy way to contain it. Dr. Morgan, thank you for donating again. Chem spill in the commissary might be closed for a bit. Oh, that's not good. Well, I'm sure we can use some of the emergency rations in the break room in the time being. Emergency food? Not my pocket bacon! God damn it, desk. GSP Dad, thank you for donating again. The eggs are hatching. They are adorable. Well, I guess that's nice. And Terragal, thank you for donating again. Okay, I stopped sending eggs out, but only because I can't seem to make more of them. Also, I already have janitorial duty due to the pranks I pulled. Well, good. Now it's extended. Monster Sec, thank you for donating again. I'm going to start my experiments now. I'll be back. Oh, it's going down. Oh, it's going down. 051, thank you for donating again. You enter Dr. Grimm teleporting bar on Aleph. I knew he used an anomalous entity for that, but I couldn't believe you would ever be your turn. Steve, you are not director. I will take control of Site 42 until further notice through the AI. Listen, I don't like what you're saying right now very much, but if you can stop Monster Sex experiments and go over Steve's head there, maybe we'll be in agreement about this. Dr. Pepper Dragon, thank you for your first donation to today's stream as well as being a member. Grab yourself a fruit cup at the break room since the commissary is temporarily closed. Hey boss, just got here. Why are you a D class? There's a long explanation at the start of stream, but I'm not a D class. I am just being quarantined because they think I'm anomalous, when I am completely non-anomalous, a normal average human site director. As is my pen, completely non-anomalous. O51, thank you for donating again. Sending Alpha 1 on Steve immediately. Well, if he deserves it, he deserves it. Lemon, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Go ahead and get yourself a s'more on your way past the break room. Dr. Sherman, no, move to D class. We'll miss you. I'm not a D class. I'm not even anomalous, and this quarantine will prove it. Watch the beginning of stream if you want to hear the details of why I'm being quarantined and accused of being anomalous, even though that's completely irrational. Oh, saw the notification of a Ko-Fi. Let me get that before I forget it's there. Says here they're sending, the Thomas, thank you for buying us another coffee here. Says here they're sending Upsilon 4 detachment to Site 42. Huh. I believe they're sending Upsilon 4 just to prank me because I called them Upsilon, even though it's a stupid Upsilon pronunciation. It's so stupid. It's such a silly word. Amber, thank you for going to the Ko-Fi to donate. If this is your first donation of the day, because I don't remember right now, make sure to grab yourself a chili dog on your way past the commissary. I haven't not thought you were anomalous since 2020. Well, yes, rumors spread, but we don't worry about rumors. We worry about facts. Monster Sec, thank you for donating again. Okay, 999 got crystallized by 409, but somehow broke out of it. That's not how that anomaly works. That is rather confusing. Hold on a second. Shadow Sniper, the anomaly you are talking about doesn't exist. You seem to have fallen through some sort of weird time tunnel back when SCP-166 was super cringe. And it is no longer super cringe, so you don't gotta worry about that. Mary is a nice little dear girl and does not need that cringe-ass... Ugh. Mm-hmm. 051, thank you for... Oh, wait, no. I need to go back to Dr. Pepper Dragon first. Dr. Pepper Dragon, thank you for donating again. Nothing wrong with being an anomalized personnel. We got support groups for this sort of thing now. There's lots of leeway if you're deemed safe. That's well and good. But I'm not anomalous, so it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. 051, thank you for donating again. More mobile task force against Steve. Great. Everyone appreciates that right now. Monster Sec, thank you for donating again. I'm confused too. It broke out before it could shatter. I don't want to test that again. How is 999 doing? Computer Guy, thank you for donating again. Don't lie to staff, or do I need to bring up my previous dono that stumped you from about 45 minutes ago? You smug bastard. You know that? Oh. Oh, we're going to figure out what universal pataphysical strands make sense for this current situation. You'll see. All of this is just a big misunderstanding that will be completely swept under the rug once we figure out exactly what nonsense is happening. That's all. It's fine. Monster Sec, thank you for donating again. 1048 and 999 just hugged. Okay, what the hell universe are you in? That is not how these things interact where I'm from. This is interesting. Also, Site 42 staff, we have a 5-minute warning on stream end. 5-minute warning on stream end. I did not realize time flew by so fast. Dr. Sherman, what did you do? As Des said, too much charisma. I went out to a bar and had a good time, and everyone wanted to dance because dancing is super fun, and now they think I'm an anomaly that can make people dance whenever I show up at a bar. Which, yes, it happens once in a while because I'm very charismatic and have a couple of drinks and get people on the floor and show them my moves. It's very entertaining. There's no anomaly involved in that. I don't know, man. I'm confused too. Monster Sec, thank you for donating twice more. Final test for a night, reintroducing 999 to 682. If it blows a tickle wave and breaches containment, I am going to throw a fit. Could you get the tree to dance? Intern Hubbard, the only way the tree has ever danced is when we put it on the earthquake simulator to see if it would scream if it were in an earthquake. Spoiler alert, the tree did not scream in the earthquake simulator. O51, thank you for donating again. So I got to Class E research and got you reinstated. Well, we'll see if they honor that, because I'm still supposed to be doing a test in about 4 minutes. So we'll see how that goes. Eris Cupido, long time no see, buddy. Thank you for your membership message and your 3 months of level 1 membership. We greatly appreciate your service researching plots and plans to help us in the battle against the White Names. Dr. Sherman, I healed. I'm working again from today. Hell yeah, congratulations, dude. Medical's got you up and running. That's great to hear. Take care of yourself. Don't overdo it. Otherwise, you'll end up like me with my ankle, which takes forever to heal. So, follow your rehab properly. Monster Sec, thank you for donating again. 682 just broke containment. Crap. I am going to throw you back into the LOL Foundation dimension you came from. Lemon, thank you for donating again. Dr. Sherman, you did the hokey pokey and you turned it all around. Everything was reversed. We didn't know what the hokey pokey was before today. I did not introduce and infect the world with the hokey pokey, okay? That is a baseless rumor, completely out of left field. I can't even, what's the word I'm looking for? Not justify that. I cannot. You can't corroborate it with a response. You can't justify it with a response. You can't mandate that with a response. You can't... What is it called? I can't entertain that with a response? That's pretty good, Lils. Dignify! A.A. Blackwood, thank you. Ah, that word. Man, you gotta watch out when you deal with amnestic. Sometimes concepts just disappear for a little bit. Ay, ay, ay. Monster Sec, thank you for donating 2 more times. All right, we got to fix. Nobody needs to know. Steve, thanks for approving my experiments. When I get out of here. When I get out of here. Is your coffee cup anonymous? No, it is not anonymous. It has in fact, my name on it. So it is, in fact, a non-anonymous coffee cup. I think they meant anomalous. Well, if they meant anomalous, then why did they type anonymous? Those are two different words. There's nothing in that cup? Well, yes, I finished my coffee a little bit ago, which is a testament to how we are over time on stream, so I should start my way to ending today's stream, starting the outro and all. So first and foremost, Site 42 staff at the end of stream, it's as a tradition, I always tell you guys my favorite SCPs. Now, I'm not going to tell you that the SCPs that are my favorite are the ones that I personally wrote. That'd be cheating, after all. So, however, if you did want to read the SCPs I personally wrote, you could go to the Sherm's Site 42 hub and author page on the SCP Wiki. There you can see all the SCPs that I wrote, and you'll find some links on the next tab over. Some links people are often very interested in finding, but they don't look hard enough. They're not good enough searchers. And if you're going to secure and contain and protect anomalies, I look forward to you being able to find them. And so, while you're there, you can become a patron of Site 42 or a YouTube channel member if you want to donate to us monthly. You can do a Ko-Fi or a YouTube Super Chat if you want to donate to us once at a time. Either way, financial help does help because it keeps the lights on for myself, Desk and the chat mod, our Discord mods, and our editors for videos. So we appreciate any donation you got. And even if you're part of the Broke Gang, which, of course, we've all been there, Broke Gang, especially in an arts community, we get it. But as long as you are still here in the chat, watching the videos, liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, chatting, that makes you a valuable member of Mobile Task Force Site 42, codename the Signal Boosters. And it's because of your contributions to the algorithm that we are able to grow and bring people into the SCP fandom, kicking and screaming if needed. So we appreciate your service, Signal Boosters. Now, my favorite SCPs in no particular order are SCP-3999, SCP-3043, SCP-008-J, SCP-Spooky-J, SCP-5031, SCP-5175, SCP-5320, and SCP-8980. Content warning on the last one, it's a rough read. Speed round, 3999-3043-008-J, Spooky-J, 5031, 5175, 5320, 8980. Content warning on the last one, it's a rough read. Whew. I saw a last minute donation come in there. Monster Sec, thank you for donating again. Okay, bye, Doctor. Please don't end me. We'll certainly see how our discussion goes after I end the stream. So, Site 42 staff, this has been Dr. Theron Sherman, still a doctor, not a D-class, still Site Director of Site 42, thank you. And at the end of the day, I hope you had fun. I hope you learned something on this Coffee Break with Dr. Sherman, a subsidiary of the Anomalous broadcast from Site 42. Be safe, be well, and as always, secure, contain, protect. I'll see you in the next video or stream. I hear the train a-comin', it's rolling around the bend. I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when. I'm stuck in Folsom Prison, and time keeps dragging on. But that train keeps a-rolling down to San Antone. When I was just a baby, my mama told me, son, always be a good boy, don't ever play with guns. But I shot a man in Reno just to watch him die. When I hear that whistle blowing, I hang my head and cry. The credit song, which is too low for my register, is Folsom Prison Blues by Johnny Cash. Be safe, be well, and see you guys later.